What's good? What's good? Welcome to the Epic Entertainment Critics. I am Antoine.
And I am still James.
And we got an epic spoiler discussion as promised. We did a little review on the Wonder Woman after we watched the movie. It was just some quick thoughts.
Yeah.
I really don't want to call that the full review. This is going to be the actual review with spoilers.
Yeah, that was just a quick reaction after.
Yeah. So this is going to be our full review, but before we do that, we got intro. All right, we have returned to talk about this great movie.
The most anticipated superhero movie of the year because Tenet
Really?
did come out this year.
Yeah, okay, well, and nothing else came out this year, so I
Yeah,
give
it
you
was,
that.
it was this and Tenet, and I'm like, this wasn't more anticipated than Tenet.
Well,
so.
all right, well, Tenet, that's not really a superhero movie, but
No, which is why I had to say superhero movie.
right, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because this whole year was a wash.
Yeah.
2020 just was a wash. It was like a filler.
Yeah, pretty much.
So 2020 is like a filler in people's life. Like that year, be like, yeah, let's just skip over that year when we talk about the history books.
2020, that whole season was filler, dude.
Yeah. So, we watched the movie. I watched it again, so I had a little time to digest the whole movie. Wonder Woman 1984, and it didn't go up for me, but it more like moved laterally where it did. Well, I say it went up a little bit because my first reaction was like, what the? And I watched it with a Wonder Woman fan, and she liked a lot of stuff. She liked the stuff in there, but the fake stuff
Yeah.
could not overlook. Even a Wonder Woman fan couldn't even overlook the crap.
So I'm assuming like some stuff basically what happened on your second watch, some stuff you were able to say, that ain't as big of a deal as I thought it was.
Right.
And then some stuff got less excusable.
Yeah, exactly. Where some things I was like, man, it made me mad when I first watched it, and then watching it again, where they was just enjoying it, seeing their enjoyment of being a fan of Wonder Woman, kind of made me say, okay, that's acceptable then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we're gonna get to some of the stuff that was just inexcusable. Where I was like, okay, to me, this movie is, what's his name? Jeff Johns.
Yeah.
This is his style. This is what he wanted for the DC expanded universe. Now I'm not sure if the studio pushed this. This is so kid friendly. I believe a kid would love this movie.
Yeah.
Now this is one thing I'm gonna give them. You could go to watch this with a kid, and they're not gonna be like, "Oh, what's this mean? What's that mean?" Because everything's just plain and clear for them.
Yeah.
Really
straightforward.
Right, it's so kid friendly, campy, straightforward storyline, and very flashy. Perfect for a kid. Perfect for to go see with your kid. So on that point, I understand and I give them credit for it. But this is a part two. This is a part two where the first one was nothing like this.
Yeah. Like that's
a problem.
Right. That's one of the most jarring things about coming into this movie. Is
Oh,
that
wait, hold on. Oh, no, finish. Go ahead. I messed up the camera angle. Sorry.
But the first movie had this real honest sense of maturity to it, whilst also addressing the loss of innocence in a really meaningful way for their narrative. And so you come into this one, and none of that maturity is there. It's like watching Batman and Robin after watching The Dark Knight Rises.
Whoa. Oh, that's
I won't say it. The movie is not as bad as Batman and Robin.
Right.
But what I'm saying is
Well, I got you. I
just
understand.
that shift in tone, and then someone saying, "No, this is the same world."
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, you do got a point because you go from, that's supposed to be in the same universe, Batman Returns, Batman and Batman Returns to Batman and Robin. How's that the same universe?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying. And it is an uneven shift in tone that make you say, well, how is this the same universe? And so that's the problem I had immediately, where I love the first one, couldn't wait to see a sequel in the same tone as the first one.
Right.
And then I start off with this. So, and we could go and dig deep into the actual movie and the plot or whatever. So now it start off where these dudes rob a antique store, or was it like they robbed something, but
I think
it was like a bank or something.
Yeah,
but
I think it was a jewelry store.
A jewelry store,
that
right?
Operated as a front for a black market antiquities dealer.
Correct. So I was wondering, more that I thought about it, did Maxwell Lord send them because he was looking for which they didn't even go there. Now, this is spoilers. We could talk about everything. So these guys go rob this a jewelry store, and they say, we know you got antiques, valuable antiques in the back. That's what we want. And so, they try to go back to the back, take all the antiques or whatever. And I was thinking, that would kind of make more sense if Maxwell Lord sent them to get those antiques because he thought the witch stone was in there.
So this is what I think happened.
They never went there, though.
Right. So this is what I think happened because you remember one woman found a slip underneath the packing material that's got his name on it. What I think happened was he had purchased that through that black market dealer, and then these idiots came and ruined everything, which is why he had to go and try to steal it back.
Well, maybe.
Because it was already bound for him, and then all of his plans got messed up by these bumbling
Oh,
idiots.
okay. So he bought it, and then they had already stolen, so now it was in evidence.
Yeah.
That could be true, which they didn't even go there, so we don't even know. We just had to assume that.
It's not important.
So they start off with these guys doing this robbery. So, I don't know. I guess she got cameras set up around the city somehow. In 1984 technology, so this is all analog, by the way.
So this is like old school CCTV.
Right, and somehow she knew about this robbery because they showed her in her apartment with these cameras set up. I don't know exactly where she got them set up at. They didn't make, So on her way to the robbery, she stopped all these other minor little crimes or whatever. That's what was going on there with this little montage. They got these guys in the Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am speeding through the city in a crowded city. In the middle of the day, they drag racing at noon.
Yeah.
in a crowded city, drag racing at noon for some reason. And she, stopped somebody from getting hit. Then they had these little, I went back and watched them like, why they got these little girls shoplifting? She never stopped them though, but they was running from the cops, I guess, or the security guards, and they accidentally knocked over a lady getting married in the middle of the day, probably on a Tuesday.
Yeah. Like just casually almost committed manslaughter.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
So she stopped, she saved her, threw her off, caught her with the lasso. This lasso been a get out of jail free card through the whole movie.
Yeah.
And then they get to the mall, then she get to the mall where she actually just on her way to stop this burglary, and these the most bumbling burglars I ever seen.
You know what? They worse than what was it? The Sticky Bandits.
Yeah, they they are on Harry and Marv level. Actually, Harry and Marv was probably a little more competent than these guys.
Yeah.
These dudes suck. And so they trying to run, and the dude drop his gun for no reason. And I got a little bit of that clip of that robbery. My apologies. You just seen the dude. Oh! Ask me why the stuff acts up. Just the music. See, that was that music is so. And then I saw a message, which I knew this was gonna start happening. It's supposed to be the '80s. That was all intentional, idiot. That they trying to make you feel like it's the '80s. And I'm not stupid. I understand what they was trying to do, but what I'm telling you, idiot, they failed.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get to more of the bumbling without showing too much because they've been trying to block me every time I show a clip. It's annoying. I'm pretty sure that's like when she take off her headband and use it as a boomerang or whatever. That's something big from the cartoon or something.
Well, like that's from the like the old school comics.
Yeah.
You know? And I know they did it for the show too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, she didn't do it for like a always come back to her.
I mean, I would have given that scene a bit more like
Why though? Because the rest
Prop-
of it is already.
like there was no like I'm not sure what the point of it was. It's not like she's like, and this is something
It's
like
more of a callback to, look, we got this.
yeah. But like one thing I've been really aggravated about is like I keep seeing all this stuff about like she's supposed to be like trying to stay on the down low, but she wears a bright red and blue outfit.
That's my whole thing. So in that scene, she knocked out the cameras with her thing.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought she was using that to fight them. No, it was to knock out the cameras.
Yeah,
Somehow she think nobody see her on the way there.
right.
But I guess it is 1984, so it's not as much surveillance as it used to be.
But still, this is CCTV. All of those cameras have already seen her.
Yeah, I know.
She's
Why wouldn't it
already
have not
recorded.
seen her?
So she's
You was
already
in the
recorded.
middle of the mall
Yeah.
saving a kid. Why would you got to? How would you take them out now?
Like she stops every 40 seconds to pose,
and yeah, I know.
and it's
So much style.
and no one around her is built like her. No one's missing this woman.
You can't. I mean,
Like-
look what you got on. Even in the 80s, you
And
gonna stand out.
I got really annoyed. I saw this interview Gal Gadot did, and she was like, "Yeah, so Wonder Woman doesn't wear the bright red lipstick anymore because she's not trying to stand out." I'm like, "What do you mean?"
So hold on. I'm gonna finish showing a little bit more of this scene where she take these bumbling guys out. Look at this. Stuff like this. The bumbling criminals. Okay, so one thing I'm gonna give them credit. At least they didn't wait to establish that what this is.
Yeah.
It was a surprise for people who was watching the first one. That, oh, this is gonna be campy. Is it too campy or is it?
It's too campy because this
Yeah,
is
it
the
is.
problem. The first one had a couple of moments of camp that were played for humor, and then they backed off to get back into the meat of the story.
Yeah,
The story is in the background to the camp.
yeah, and that all that camp immediately with the music, you know, and all the posing. It didn't feel like a real damn movie. It felt
Yeah.
like a fake parody. It felt like a
Yeah.
parody of a superhero movie, especially now. We could have let all that stuff ride in 1998 up to 2003. That's as far as you can go
Yeah.
with that. But 2020, this stuff, no, I can't let none of this ride. And I'm sorry, people. Well, you're just sexist. No, because I love the first one. So I'm sorry, I'm not. It's just not. It's stupid it's too campy, and it came without a warning
Yeah.
to people who liked the first one.
Because they didn't let us know this was going to be a campy movie. They sold us on the same feeling we got from the first one.
Yeah. And so I was like, okay, so we're going on full on camp. And then they asked us to put up with a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
a lot of fake stuff. And so if you're going to go campy, can you give me campy with good action and not, your special effects and your fighting and your choreography? Is that on point? Was that on point?
No.
Okay, no. So,
So this is the problem, right? It's like if you want to like compare this to another movie that's just like campy as it wants to be, we can talk about Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, Ghostbusters never tried to act like.
Well, Ghostbusters is not known for their action either.
Well, no,
So-
but this is what I'm saying. So Ghostbusters wasn't trying to act like they were some big action
really irked
movie.
me. I'm sorry.
you
Go
know.
ahead. Finish talking.
They weren't trying to up the stakes or the tension like that. So they just said, so we're gonna lean into what we got.
Mm-hmm.
This movie sells itself on gravitas and action. And then what you get is like what? 85-90% camp
Yeah.
with 5 to 8% bad action.
So let's talk about the story. So Maxwell Lord wants this wish stone.
Yeah.
Well, okay, first of all, he's a failing businessman, and people say it's parallel to Trump or whatever. He's a failing. I thought Trump was successful. I
Not
guess.
really.
Oh, he failed at some things?
A lot of his ventures fail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, he became president, so we got to give him that. But no, so he's a failed businessman that's basically a con man, but he's very adamant by saying he's not a con man. And he's a failed businessman that that somehow found out about the witch stone and we think he was going to make a wish to be successful, but no, he makes a wish that he is the wishing stone. I guess that's the most powerful wish you can make.
Like
Even though you can't make a wish for yourself though.
that's the thing that always gets me, right? It's like all you had to do is make your one wish and you'd have been cool.
So can you say, can I have, the first thing people say, ask for a million more wishes.
Yeah.
So you can't get that one?
No, I
Wish
don't
stone
think that
like-
works.
No, it don't work like that.
But look,
That's always the first thing the genie tell
like
you.
if-
You can't wish for more wishes. Sorry.
like if you try to wish on that for wishing stone, it might levitate out your hand and smack you in the face. But
That's always a no-no.
it's always a no. Like there's always some kind of limit built into any wish granting device to keep folks from doing stuff like that. But like to say, I want to be the wishing stone. Like one, all I can think of is, dude, do you realize how close you came to getting turned into a piece of rock? Like if you hadn't, like he must have been very clearly like envisioning how he meant that to go.
Yeah. But we could talk about how he got the dang thing, because that part is
Oh,
like,
God.
okay, so he knew that they was in the he knew that the wishing stone was in the museum, and the character Kristen Wiig character Barbara Minerva was pretty much researching it, so he knew he had to get close to her to get the wishing stone.
Yep.
And they kept playing this whole so campy, over the top way of him paying attention. Like he go to her office, hey, let's talk, and he look in the door and he see the wishing stone, and he make this huge watermelon smile, this Kool-Aid smile on his face. Oh, hey, yeah. It's like, come on, man. This is absolutely for kids, man.
Yeah, even the way he gets it, like like I'm expecting some like massive distraction to get his hands on it and then slip out. I was like, no.
Yeah.
He casually palms it, holds it behind his back.
Yeah, that whole scene was so campy the way they did that. So I mean, it was played like for laughs, but the whole thing is I'm gonna charm her, then I'm gonna steal it from her. It wasn't smooth. It was just, hey, let's go to the office.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, she was, acting desperate through the whole movie. So she said, oh yeah, let's go. And then the way he was acting, then he's like, hey, what's that? Hey, I mean, did he even have to let her know he was interested?
Well,
if you knew you was gonna make all these wishes and all this, I would have just broken her and stole it.
Like even the way he
He didn't have to
charms
break
her
in.
is like like when they like give you that peek of him over her shoulder.
Yeah, that's what it was like. It was so over the top. So anyway, he get the wishing stone, and then he's like, okay, I want to make more wishes. I mean, I'm sorry, I want to be the wishing stone. So you'll be like, okay, so what's his plan? Which he kind of started to get power that way, where he basically, once he give you a wish, you was compelled to give him anything he asked for in
Yeah.
return,
Yeah,
right?
pretty much.
Because like he'll like, you wish for this, right? And they'd be like, yeah, I do.
Great.
Well,
then I will say,
in return, I'll take all your money.
yeah.
Okay, let me sign it over to you. It's just like that.
Well, like, and I did appreciate that it's like it wasn't like they were compelled to do the thing. It was like it was going to happen one way or the other.
Right. I
Right.
mean, but because I'm saying he can choose what they give up,
Yeah.
which is a very, that makes him very powerful.
Yeah.
But it's just the way he gets it. Like, okay, I'll take all your money. Like, it can't just happen like that. They made it seem like it could
Yeah.
just happen. Like, he can say, I'll take all your money, and then he just, next thing you know, I got all your money. No, it's got to be a process.
Pretty much.
They skip the
Yeah.
process.
Like this, like, and I guess that's kind of the way. Like, I guess if it's messing with causality or something like that, where it's like the stuff is whatever he says is going to happen is now perfectly set up to happen.
Yeah.
Because like some folks like just like, so I was over here like at a job interview, but now I'm here.
Yeah, you hired. That was funny. And then, okay, so it was mainly a lot of three major action set pieces.
Yeah.
And we had the beginning, and then the highway scene, and also the White House scene, and the end scene, which it was enough action. It was just things about it made me kind of like,
None of it was good.
right. I ain't gonna say none of it was good, in my opinion. I ain't gonna say none of it was good. It's just things about it took me out.
Okay, yeah, that's
You know
a
what I'm
better way to
saying?
put it. That's a
Where
better
it
way
was
to
like
put it.
the highway scene. I'm talking about that scene because that's the next biggest action set piece, where that could have been that looked like it was going to be good. Things about it, the way it was actually set up was actually good. The execution was kind of bad on certain things where I'm like, wow, that just looks so not good. And I got a clip, and I'm gonna let you see what I'm talking about before I finish talking about this scene. But we got to some of the scenes where she basically run out this car,
Yeah.
and
I got this. What? Diana!
I'm gonna start right there. Now we talked about this to nausea. It's like when she said I got this, she had her shirt on, and then when she got out the car, it wasn't on. How did that work?
Like you can just see the shirt falling away as she.
Did it fall away?
Yeah, like you can just
I'm
glimpse the
gonna
shirt.
check that back just a little bit
Like-
to see that. See, look, when she said I got this, she had the shirt on. Hold on. So she got the white shirt on. You see it?
Yeah.
She don't have the red outfit on. Hold on.
I got this. What?
Okay, I did see. She might have took it off right here.
So like I think
She take it off right there.
Yeah. So like one
So
shot
right here,
she's got it on, and
she
then
take
they-
it off.
I think they reset with her like just holding the shirt, and then
So maybe I'm gonna give her this. Maybe she was putting on her boots while he driving and dodging her.
sure.
Putting on her boots and she got on her and she snapped off the pants because she got the skirt on underneath.
Yeah.
And I got this. And when she get out the car, she take her shirt off.
Sure.
Are we giving her that?
Like the superhero suit up seems to be so hard.
But you can't make us look like it's stupid though.
yeah.
You
But
know
like
what
this
I'm saying?
but like this is the thing. The superhero suit up is always either way too quick and simple, or way too long and complex.
Yeah.
Like they can't find the sweet spot. Like I still think the way they do it in like pretty much all the Spider-Man movies, where it's like you can see him struggling to pull one part of his costume on, but like
Yeah.
they don't make you watch him put the thing on.
Maybe they would have helped us out if she would have just had the outfit on before she got out the car.
Yeah.
Where she had her regular clothes on, and then you saw her take off her shirt, and she had the
I don't
Wonder
think
Woman clothes
like,
on
I don't think there's any decent reason for her not to have it on
underneath her clothes.
underneath her clothes.
Right, and I get you. It's just the way it was set up.
Yeah.
You know, when I think about it, I can
it's
make some
sketch.
sense out of it, but when you see it, it looks fake as hell.
Oh yeah, it's hella sketchy. But like, and again, like I get they want to show her in the Wonder Woman outfit because this is Wonder
Yeah,
Woman.
right. She can't do it in the blouse and the slacks.
Yeah, but also, like they keep stressing this. You know, she's still trying to stay under the radar. I'm like, there's nothing under.
I
the
know.
radar
Stop
about
it
you.
with that. Like, how do you supposed to have a secret identity? You don't even. At least Clark Kent got glasses.
Yeah. Like,
So they need to stop with this secret identity crap.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting. Oh, she's supposed to have a secret identity. Really? Oh, okay.
Well, like that's like one of my favorite things about like some of the modern stuff is like she's just Wonder Woman. Like folks
Yeah.
know she's Wonder Woman. She's an ambassador from Themyscira. And all
Yeah,
that
but
stuff.
even in the old series, she got glasses
Yeah.
and
She-
she got a hairpin back
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she got glasses, and you might not even suspect. You know, I mean, you see it, but I mean, you
But
might be like,
but,
okay,
like, when Linda Carter was playing her, it was
well,
like,
she's Diana Prince.
Diana Prince
She
has
was more
under-
reserved.
she had more understated makeup. She kept her hair tied up. She put her glass on.
Yeah.
She dressed down.
Right. She was more reserved, but
Right.
as Diana Prince on her, she's this glamorous.
She's a glamour model.
Yeah, I know, glamorous woman to keep her hair done. Her hair's never. Matter of fact, let's talk about that because on this scene right here, like, yeah, I was thinking she's got to be running like 60, 70 miles per hour.
Yeah.
So you ever put your head out the window of a car? You probably wouldn't, but if you put your head out the window of a car on the highway, your face is gonna go smacking back, and your hair gonna be all over. If you got long hair, your hair gonna be all over here. There's no way you gonna look like this. There's no way you gonna look like this. And could she look like she give a damn?
She doesn't look like she's doing anything. Like, okay, you want me to do it? Okay.
I mean, maybe you know what would make that scene better if you See, the thing is, okay, you was like, oh, she's Wonder Woman. She can run super fast. This will make you feel. This will give it more weight. When you're doing something physical, if you can see the toll it takes
Yeah.
to do that on on a person's face, it makes me feel like it's real.
You know,
But when you look like this, when you look like this, and she got to be going 80, 70 miles per hour, right? At least 70, at least because they're on the highway, they got to be
Right.
going at least 60. You know, I know
Yeah.
they're in a convoy, but you know, a convoy and they trying to get the hell out of there, they're gonna
Right,
be going
right.
fast.
Yeah.
So her hair's not blowing that fast, but she don't look like she can.
she doesn't look like she's exerting herself at all.
Well,
But,
okay,
like,
because she's
but-
Wonder Woman, right?
Well, no, but like even then, like this is something like she's supposed to be laser focused and intent, but she just looks like, all right,
Yeah.
all right.
I mean, maybe that's intentional, but I think that's a bad. I think that
Like-
was a bad way to do it.
Because I look at like some of the MCU stuff, right? Whenever Chris Evans is doing some Captain America stuff, you can see the strain in his face when he's lifting heavy stuff. Yes, he can lift that stuff, even though
Yeah.
most people can't. But he still has to make himself do it.
Yeah, and that helps us as the audience know that this is actually something real. It's actually weight.
Yeah.
So, like, if you lift something that's unliftable, but it's a special effect, but when the actor sells it, I believe it.
Exactly.
Opposed to just, you know,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, now it's like a
'Cause,
fake ass effect.
Even Superman, like unless they're playing it for laughs, you see him putting effort into lifting you
Yeah.
know, planes and stuff.
Right,
You
right.
know, if you don't show that it matters to them,
Yeah.
then it can't matter to us.
Right, and because if they, even though they can lift something easy like it's paper, I don't want to feel like it's. I don't want to think it's when I look at it, it looks like it's paper.
Right.
But when they really show the acting a bit, when they really act like it's really a strain to do it, I believe, oh, this is 2 tons or
Like,
whatever.
like so many superhero stuff where you see folks like bending gun barrels and stuff like that. You never see them just. Anyway, so think about what you did. They always.
Yeah,
Like, sure, it's nothing for them.
just don't tie it in a knot.
Oh God, that. But yeah, but like even though it's easy for them, to some extent, part of the strain comes from keeping themselves back enough that they don't go straight past the mark.
So yeah, I mean that one scene just bothered me. Like as soon as I seen it, and I was like, what the.
And then it got.
I mean,
worse.
because it's like 3 seconds, maybe 3 to 5 seconds of her running, and just look at this green screen real quick.
Oh God, this.
Just tell me what you think. Just look at the background. I mean, it's just a road.
Like
It's an
not even
easy
tracking.
background to make.
It's not even tracking. I don't think. Is
I don't-
it?
Maybe it's in slow motion though. Oh, is it? Yeah, it's in slow
I couldn't-
motion.
Like I couldn't tell if it was honestly tracking or if they were just panning as they zoomed in.
I would rather for them have her run in regular motion and have everything else moving slower
Yeah.
instead of trying to make her move just as fast.
Yeah.
It was just a bad idea for the design, I believe.
Me too.
I think it was trying to do similar to what they did the highway scene in the Civil War. I never liked that, but it's never looked bad as this.
Well, because Civil War doesn't let you see every single detail of
Yeah.
that. It's because like the chase in and of itself is at speed.
Yeah.
So like you got
It
some
does look 10 times better.
So you have slow mo moments in that.
Yeah.
But they play that for weight.
Not really because they didn't have no slow mo. I mean, they might have had some slow motion.
Everything
jumps
they
or
played
something.
in slow mo on that chasing in Civil War was impacts. So
Yeah.
like when Black Panther lands on the hood of that one car.
Yeah.
You know.
Was that in Black Panther though, or was that? Oh no,
No,
did that happen?
they
Okay,
did it
yeah.
the first time in Civil War. So
Okay.
it's like you're playing it for impact. So you're playing it for weight,
Right.
not for speed.
Right, but this is style over substance because it was just they had that scene just so she can look cool running or
Yeah.
something. And I was like, how long do we gotta watch her look cool, other
Yeah.
than really see her do something? Like a lot of it was just so much just style.
And this is another problem when you just have someone like trying to run in slow mo rather than just running and then slowing them down. She looks like she's trying to look like she's running,
I
as
don't
opposed
know.
to her just running.
So let me see. Anything else on the scene? I mean, you know, I don't know. What about this shot?
Like the way they've got that on.
Hold on. What about this shot?
'Cause, like, this is the problem. Like for a lot of this stuff, she's just rotoed in,
Yeah.
and so you have these trucks
See, I
moving.
kind of like she just jogging.
Yeah,
But then somebody said she's supposed to be so fast that that's just 80 miles per hour is just a jog to her.
sure, but she looks like she's jogging instead of racing to catch up to these trucks.
Yeah.
If she's that fast, it should look like she's doing whatever she can to outpace these trucks. She does. She looks like she's trying to keep pace with them.
Yeah. I challenge movie studios to make somebody super fast and make it look cool.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, make it look good without just doing the with the Flash. They gonna make basically have him run a regular speed and have everything else move slow.
well, because one of the things I think they still haven't mastered with the Flash is like they keep trying to show him running at slow motion, and the way he's running doesn't look good in slow motion.
Well, that's just the way Ezra Miller runs.
Yeah.
Like that. I hope they change that. But anyway, let's stay to this.
Right.
We still got the bullet. Now I showed this.
Yeah.
Which we seen this in the trailer. Now we had this discussion. Once that bullet passed her head, ain't that just gone?
Like, because like her best chance to catch it was as it was nearing her head or just after.
She
it
had
passed
to
it.
be moving that lasso before that bullet passed her head and
'Cause-
turn around, catch it as it passed. You know what I'm saying?
'Cause, like,
you
even-
can't turn around,
Right.
then have the lasso catch the bullet
You know,
and bring it back.
So the lasso can only move. Like the lasso still to some extent.
See, look, she ain't even pulled out the lasso yet, and the
Yeah.
bullet all the way back there. That's a fast ass lasso, huh?
Because like.
It's like the bullet stopped.
Because like here's the problem, right?
Hold on.
Even with her being however fast she is, we can see that the trucks are still moving. So this isn't happening at a standstill, right?
Yeah.
So she's not moving like lightning
So
quick.
the bullet is already past her, right? And
Yeah.
it's almost to him.
It's
and
exa-
he's moving towards it.
So she's
So she ain't even grabbed the lasso yet. Look,
So the
she ain't even grabbed the lasso yet.
like the bullet.
So the bullet is almost hit her. So somehow
The bullet
that bullet
is-
freaking stops.
So look, the bullet is.
Am I lying?
No. The bullet is already at least what 5 to 10 feet away from her,
Yeah.
which means it's about the same distance away from him. She's still She's still just reacting to it. Hasn't pulled out the lasso or anything. So you're going to tell me that in the space of about what 3 seconds,
You ain't
she
gotta
pulls the
tell me,
lasso
brother.
out.
I'm telling you.
Like
That's all bullshit.
you
So
don't have to obey rigid laws of physics in movies like these, but you have to state. what
this is the
physics
problem. They
are.
keep trying to make it look so cool, then it's bull crap. That's bull crap.
Yeah.
All these action scenes are made to over the top, trying to look cool.
Because, like, and not only that, if you just want to talk about this scene narratively, there's no reason why she wouldn't have, like, caught or blocked that bullet before it got to him.
It was just to make her
'Cause even-
catch it with the lasso. As somebody said, hey, you know it'll be cool? You know?
Yeah.
So if they wanted to do that scene, they would have to have her pull that lasso out before that bullet passed her and push it back and have it go back,
Like-
catch that bullet before it passed her head.
If they just
and
wanted
catch
to
it
have,
at the same time.
Right.
Not after it passed her,
Right.
then bring it out.
Like, if
But I don't want to stay on that too long because we got to
I'm
keep
just going to
moving.
say, if I was going to make this movie and I was dead set on having a scene where she lassoed a bullet, I would have had it be like her, like, over here, the bullet's coming this way, and she had, like, you see her take the time to pull it out, lasso the bullet before it actually gets where it's going, rather than it going straight past her like she didn't notice it until it breezed by her face. That's all I'm saying.
Bottom line is, it was bull crap. So let's get to the end of the scene. Now, I forgave that, and I forgave the green screen and the running where she's supposed to be running 80 miles per hour, but her hair's not really blowing, and like they just wanted her to look cool.
Yeah.
And I forgave that though. I forgave that, but this is what I can't forgive. This right here is what I can't forgive. So the end of that scene, for some reason, some kids are out playing soccer on the highway. Where they parents? Why they gotta be playing on the highway? A highway.
Because they live right by the highway.
So this is what I can't forgive right here.
Okay, look, play that back one more time. I'm still trying to find the impact point of her catching the other kid. Like, he's suddenly just in her arms, right?
That's funny as a motherfucker. Okay. All right. So you want to play it back?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, buddy. Dude on the side with a goat and a camel. Hold
Like,
on.
He just gravitates into her palm.
I know. She could have just had one, right? But no, they had to get greedy, and they had to have her save 2 kids. Like, why y'all had to get greedy? Because it wouldn't have worked.
Like, and the
So
worst
I
thing
guess their
about
car
it-
broke down, maybe, and they got the kids. Why? This is a highway.
Yeah.
Why you got your kids on the highway?
But like, even more damning, they tried to play that scene to show she's losing her powers.
Because that's why.
That-
Right,
that-
I know, because she
yeah.
couldn't hold on.
But like,
Whatever. It is just the whole point
but
of
like my
it
thing
just looked
is,
too fake.
at the speed she's going, despite like how fake it already looks.
Oh, let's see if we got to the very end of that. Hold on. Oh, wait. Hold on. She ain't Spider-Man, right?
No.
So
No, she's
what
not.
made the kid stick? Because she never. Hold on. She didn't.
She didn't even.
She didn't grip him.
Like,
She didn't. Like, are you Spider-Man?
Like-
Can you just
like-
stick now?
like that kid should have gotten the worst slap on the back that he's ever felt in his life.
Man, why did they go there? Why couldn't they just hold back a little?
They got greedy.
They did. I'm like, you could just had her say, "Did you see the little girl? Say the little girl." No. I want to say the little boy too.
Cause like, there's no reason for it. It wasn't that.
They got greedy. They got greedy, and it looked ridiculous.
You know what they say? It's like we already had her save 1 kid. This time, 2 kids.
You know what's better than saving 1 kid? Saving 2 kids. Like, man,
Like, it's such a Hollywood.
y'all got
decision,
greedy.
man.
So this is her losing her powers. Now I don't even know. Them kids can't been that damn heavy. Is the lasso burning her hand?
It shouldn't
She
be.
was on a missile, so which was ridiculous in itself. So we'll see how she.
So wait, so the lasso
Oh,
is
they
still
didn't show it.
the lasso is still tied to the missile, and she let go of the
No,
lasso.
no. She let go of the missile and grabbed like a pole or something.
Okay,
and swung.
I was
from the
about to
pole
say if she was
save
still
them.
swinging from the missile, that lasso is gone.
I know that should. The kids should have been whoa.
But like, look again. Like, I hate to be the guy that's always talking about, that's not physics, but she came swinging in fast enough that the people on the side of the road were barely moving.
I know. Yeah, whatever. It
And
was
then-
the
and
whole
then-
point is that's where
but
I was down there, just like,
But
out.
then she falls and rolls on the ground with the kids. Like,
Yeah, I didn't get that. They didn't show that. But yeah, she falls, and it looked like dummies.
it looks like no, like it doesn't. You know what? Look, I'm sorry, y'all. You can't hide. If you can't hide a dummy, don't use it. Like,
Dude. So that looked like dummies. And then I was like, why y'all even have her fall? I mean, I was better off seeing her land with the kids.
Like-
Just give me some where you say you have her fall on concrete, rolling. Them kids gonna be hurt still.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I
Yes.
know that's better than getting hit by a car.
like, she's still a little bit bulletproof. Them kids ain't nothing proof.
That's
They
what I'm
kids.
saying. So even if you fall and you rolling with the kids, they should still be hurt. They still like, ooh, that's fun. That ain't fun. So that whole scene kind of made me say, wow, y'all asking me to put up with a lot of bull crap. And so now there's another thing. Okay, we didn't talk about the visible jet.
Oh yeah.
Now, but Trevor come back and okay, we just talking about the action, so we just missing the plot. But Trevor come back, and because she wished for him, and I watched that again. She never said it out loud, but she said, "Oh, I do wish for something," and she never said it. So
Yeah.
apparently, you don't have to say it out loud.
Yeah, you just had to like actually wish for it while you're holding this up.
Yeah. Apparently, she didn't say it out loud, and she got her wish.
Because they have their little effect when people make their wishes. The wind picks.
Yeah,
up
the little
around
wind
them.
come in. And I didn't notice it the first time the wind came in while they was talking.
Yeah.
And she said, "Don't you wish for something?" And she was like, "Yeah, I do. Want something more. I want something more than anything in the world." Then you saw the wind effect or whatever.
Yeah.
So Trevor come back and he's like, "Man, y'all got these planes. Y'all got fighter jets that can go that fast. Oh, man, I want to fly one." I don't know how she got access to these planes, but
I'm guessing they have an aeronautics wing on their
Okay.
museum. 'Cause-
so was that was a fighter jet that they got in,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
that's probably the fastest fighter jet that at that time.
It's probably
Like
there.
Starscream, whatever Starscream is.
I-
I forget what kind of jet he was, but they was like one of
Either
the
a
top
Falcon or an Eagle. I think.
Eagle. It was an Eagle something 10.
Yeah,
And-
an F-10 Eagle. I think.
Yeah, that's what he is. That's what Starscream is. So basically, let's just say he's Starscream jet.
Yeah.
And that was the fastest jet for 1984 at the time, and that was when Transformers first came out, by the way. So anyway, cartoon. Anyway,
The real Transformers.
yes, Gen 1. So anyway, we got the jet, and somehow he know how to fly the most sophisticated jet 70 years past what he flew in 1917.
Again, I'm not gonna nitpick this one just because like the basics.
I'm not going to.
Like it's still got a throttle. It's still got a yoke. He still just has to manage thrust, pitch, and yaw. The same three things.
They didn't even show him figuring it out. He just knew it.
like I said, like
No, dude. A plane back then had to be fairly simple. You got your engine, you got your propeller, so you got your pedals and you got your stick.
like
That's it.
like the only thing.
So they ride the wind because of their engine. The engine propellers will keep
Again.
your propellers up,
the only
so you can stay up. But the jet engines are way more complex than those engines.
but like the mechanics of flight are still the same.
Yeah,
He needs to manage.
but with all the
same
new
principles.
instruments,
he's
you can't just figure that out. You can't just look at it and be like, oh yeah, it's not like riding a bike. It ain't just two pedals and handlebars.
I mean, look, you start the engine.
Even a newer car, you'd be like, man, how did this work?
You
So
start.
take
the
somebody
engine,
from
you
back
rev it
then and
up.
put them in a car now. They're gonna be like, wait, okay, wait a minute. They're not gonna even know how to drive that mug. So let alone know how to fly
The
a
problem I
complicated
have
jet.
with it isn't him being able to; it's him not having to get used to the speed.
I don't like it.
That's my thing. About
Okay, I got you, and we can agree to disagree, but I don't like that. But the whole thing is he's flying a jet, so they kind of
because the bomber he flies at the end isn't the controls aren't that different from what they used to do.
okay. Let's
Just more computers.
okay, that's fine. Let's get to the real weight of the scene.
Yes.
She got the invisible jet, and a lot of people asked for it because a lot of fans of the original show of the old Justice, what's the old cartoon Super
Yeah.
Friends, that was in Super Friends, and I don't know if that was in a comic starting off, but I don't know if that was just a cartoon thing.
I don't know.
But this is like a big thing from the
Well, it was
fans.
something fans wanted, and it was something that people that wanted something to clown the movie for wanted.
But see, I didn't even have a problem how they did it. I mean, it was a quick little cop out kind of thing, but it was okay. The effect was actually looked great. I give them that.
The thing I will say is they kind of cheapen the way she does it, like it ain't.
Oh
nothing.
yeah. That was my whole problem
It's
too.
like I can make things invisible.
Said yeah, the way my father made my Themyscira invisible, I've been practicing. So let me try to do this. And then look, her, and I'm fault Gal Gadot on this a little bit because she just like, let me do this.
All right, now I need to concentrate.
Yeah, like her acting was like, get out of here.
Like, she was. It was just slightly better than if she had said "Sim Salabim." You know what I'm saying?
Like, hold on, let me pin my hair back. Let me take a deep breath. Like, God, it just
Like-
was stupid.
Like if she had done jazz hands, I would have been done, man. Just, all right.
So okay, big deal. But the whole thing is she turned the jet invisible, and it actually was a nice effect.
It was a cool effect.
It looked good.
But again, like narratively, they set up as like, all right, now I've only managed to do this once, and on a coffee cup, I lost it.
Yeah. Okay. So let's just say,
And then it's like it's never a strain again. She just
okay. So they give you the invisible jet, woohoo, and so I mean, as the plot go on, she realized that Maxwell Lord giving all these wishes is messing the world up. We gotta take this power away from him. So they figure out only way to get rid of the power is to have everybody either renounce their wish or destroy the stone.
yeah,
And since Maxwell Lord is a stone now, they either had to kill him or get everybody to renounce their wish.
right.
So they wasn't sure. And then Barbara was like, "Nah, I ain't giving back my power."
I do like. I would have been able to give that scene some props if it wasn't happening like alongside the end of the world thanks to all these wishes. Like,
Yeah.
like no, woman, I don't care about your whether you keep your powers or not.
Right.
But
I
there
mean, from her
won't be a
point of view-
world for you to live in.
Yeah, but her point of view is it's another way. You know, we can keep our wishes. You know, you always you get selfish after a
Yeah.
while, and you be like, it's another way. We can stop him and keep
Well,
our wishes.
It's like because Maxwell Lord is going through the same thing. It's like, look, you're going to die unless you give all this up. No, I just had to keep doing more.
Right. Just do more. Just do more. Right. And that's the problem. And that's kind of what they tried to show you at the beginning of the movie, where she tried to take a shortcut, and then they was like, no, you got the truth hurts, but you got to go with the truth.
Yeah.
You can't live a lie, even if it's a shortcut to your goal. Which, I mean, I get the lesson or whatever.
It's a little ham-fisted.
Yeah.
in this movie.
So, you know, they give up. Trevor, go ahead, give up his wish. I mean, he didn't renounce. She had to renounce her
yeah.
wish, so she can heal, or so she can get her
so
powers
she can
back.
get her powers back.
Right, and Trevor he just don't seem like he wanted to stay, because he had to convince her to, hey, let me go. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, she didn't even want to let him wear the fanny pack. He thought those were cool, man.
Yeah, I know. It's just the fact that they make him a good guy. He's more like a conscience thing to me.
Like,
maybe there is supposed to be some kind of
I
like a
guess.
conscience.
But he
Telling her
could've-
to do the right
He
thing.
could have just been like an apparition for as much weight as he had on this movie.
Yeah. And not to mention, they taking somebody else's body. She didn't give a damn about
And
that guy's life.
it happens, and they act like it's nothing.
I know. It's like, wow, what about taking his life? He had goals and aspirations and dreams. Forget him. He was an engineer. He had a nice little apartment.
Forget that. You want to take this to the bed?
Yeah.
Like immediately, she realizes it's him, and they immediately go to the dude's apartment and
Well, hell yeah. Look, she got 70. Boy, she got a 70-year backlog. She needs some dick.
she chose that backlog. Okay, she could have had it anytime she
I
wanted.
mean, she might have messed up. She might have done something 7
Yeah.
years. Come on.
I'm just saying.
But
she
got a 70-year backlog. She needs some.
Look, it's Wonder Woman. She could have got it anytime she wanted.
Hey, she human. Oh, she ain't human, but she.
Well,
look,
not only
I ain't
that-
faulting her for.
look.
I ain't faulting her for that.
Not only that, but I'm just gonna say this: there's no way you can be one of Zeus's kids and you don't get down.
Yeah, I ain't faulting her for getting
That's in
some
the-
first
that's in the
before
blood
she
right
decided.
there.
She got some before she decided to say the world. She's like, all right, I guess we got to say the world. Like after that, the next morning, she's like, I guess we got to say the world. Anyway, so she give up Steve Trevor and she get her powers back. So Steve Trevor told her how to fly. Well, told her how flying is for her. So she kind of took that to learn how to fly. I don't quite understand that, but let's look at it a little bit. I have a clip. So that's a little more of this fake running. Look at this. Okay, let's go back. So this is the problem I'm having with this effect, man. Just look at it.
Like, you know what could have?
She's obviously not touching the ground.
Yeah. You know what could have helped a lot with her running is if they'd given her just a little bit of motion blur. She doesn't look like
She's not touching the ground.
she doesn't look like she's moving fast in this scene. She
Well,
looks
it's
set
her
up.
legs pumping fast. She looked like she actually running
So
fast
that-
to me.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like it looks like it looks like she's running in this, but it doesn't look like she's running at super speed. It looks like she's running and they sped her up to make her look faster.
Would that look cool, or would that just look like you fast forward the video? So it's hard to get the effect without making it look silly.
I think they one there. She's already rotoed in here. She's not in the same shot as everyone else on this street, right? So that's why she's so much clearer, even though she's running through people. You know,
Why not get her just run on a treadmill without pulling them up on
So
a
the-
wire?
so one they
It just-
they might have. It's just that since she's not, I
It
think
just, but okay, look at her feet though. It's now is that? Is her feet touching the ground?
what it is.
Is her feet touching the ground?
So she's probably
Oh, shit.
I think she might be
Look at
running
that.
on a treadmill.
Look at that though. Look at that's the ground.
Hear me out. Hear
Ain't
me
this
out.
the ground?
Hear me
This
out.
the ground, right? And
Hear
this
me
her feet.
out. Hear me out.
I'm listening.
She's not on that street.
I know that. I know that.
She was
Look
never
how high
on
she
that
is
street.
above the.
they just rotored her in, which is why she doesn't touch the ground because she was never there. If they had given her some shadows, made her
Okay.
look,
Finish. and
made
I
her
got a
look
counterpoint.
like she was grounded in that scene, it might have improved things. But she's not actually there. It's not that she's actually floating. It's just that she's not on that ground, and they don't do a good job of making her look like she's on that ground.
I disagree. I think she's floating because I don't feel the weight of her actual legs hitting a surface. When you look at it, look at her legs. When you run and you run fast as you can, you'll see tension on your thighs.
Like, I'm sure they have her on wires.
But that's what I'm saying.
Like,
And they got her on wires, they pulling her along, and then she's just pumping her legs.
well, no.
That's what I feel like they're doing.
What I think is they have her just suspended over what she's running on.
Right,
like-
so they could so they had her suspended on the treadmill,
So like she's just making.
which you don't even
contact.
need that, but you need that to have her. Maybe they
Let
maybe they
me see it
want.
one more time because I want to see if her feet are hitting flat or not, or if they're just swinging.
Oh, they not.
No, her feet are going flat.
On what?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I
So,
wish I
like,
could close up on that.
I think they've got her suspended over a treadmill, and so like her feet are just making contact and zipping right off.
Okay. Yeah. So she can run fast.
Like that.
By the way, you risk turn your ACL with that shit.
True. But so like I think it's just enough to keep her from like jiggling all over the place.
Well, it's so you can touch the treadmill to 9, and you on a wire, so you just kind of catching it as you can
Yeah.
with your foot, which is okay. You can run super fast with your legs, whatever.
But it's also not necessary to get the effect they're looking for, which is why I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't look like she's in this shot.
Yeah, I know, but she looked like she's floating. Everybody had a problem with this. Everybody talked about it.
Yeah.
So
It's bad. Like I'm just gonna say it. It's bad.
So look,
For a movie that came out in 2020, it should not be this
So,
hard to make her look like
we
she's
gon'
running.
she flying, right? I don't know what she
Maybe.
grabbed on. She grabbed onto like a plane or something.
Yeah.
Is her lasso that? Okay, we don't even know what she grabbed on. When she did this shot, we don't even know what she grabbed
It's
on.
kind of like the Spider-Man thing where it's like
Like what
I
she?
guess there was
They
something
didn't show
there.
what she grabbed on. But I tell you what. Now, what you think about this effect? It's kind of cool.
It's-
Even though, why ain't her hair going
Yeah,
up?
her hair should be going way up. Like
Because
even-
she's going
'cause,
down.
like even if she's like slowing her fall,
Yeah.
her hair should be way more susceptible
I
to the
know.
wind than the rest
Like,
of her.
honestly, her face should be flapping.
Well, like,
Like,
I'll
she
give,
should not look attractive right now.
No,
And
I'll
that's a
give her,
problem.
I'll give her that just because like there's probably some minor wind resistance that comes along with whatever power she's using to do this. That and
Apparently, she's not using power. She's just riding the wind.
I would call that a power.
Well, whatever. I'm just saying she's not using her. Nothing's coming from her. She's using
I
whatever.
would say she's using some divinity she inherited from Zeus, but whatever.
Like what?
Like being the fact that her dad is a god of the sky.
What is she specifically doing to stay afloat?
She's probably somehow like resisting the wind or something. I don't fucking. It doesn't matter.
You act
Okay,
like you knew.
Look,
All right. What I'm
look,
telling
I have
you
a
is
bigger problem with this, which is that they don't like solidly state that she's flying.
okay. Right. So look. Let's finish this. And I just like the way it looks. It looks good. Like how many flying scenes have we seen?
It looks good, but
Does it look better than Superman flying scenes?
I wouldn't.
Should we go to Man of Steel? That's like the latest.
Like
Because not even Superman Returns. I didn't see nothing that really.
there was nothing spectacular in Superman Returns. I know that for
Yeah,
sure.
but the flying scenes do look great in Man of Steel. But I think this is one of the best flying scenes in the sky,
My problem.
just about looks.
My problem with it is, okay, so that she wrangled a cloud on that one, but like, is she flying or is she just pulling herself with great
That's what
force?
I asked the same question. You was acting like you
Like,
had the answer.
Like
I don't have the answer.
like,
I ain't gonna pretend like I do.
I do believe somehow she is actively like slowing her own fall.
That's what I thought. She was just kind of gliding.
Because like she's
just learned how to
she's
glide with
right,
the wind.
Right, she's falling too slowly not to be doing something, you know. like what I'm saying is like it doesn't look like she can actually fly in some scenes, but in other scenes she looks like she's definitely flying.
So this is cool right here. They got her kind of gliding on her back. It looks good though.
it looks
I
good.
like.
It's just like that right there. Like she clearly accelerated out of nowhere.
That's what I'm saying. How does she have any propulsion?
Yeah,
You
So,
know what
like,
I'm saying? Or maybe she just, when people dive, when they skydiving,
Yeah.
it's at some point you can just dive.
Yeah,
When you kind of just like close your
Well, like, once
arms
you-
and legs
like-
and shoot off like a missile.
well, like,
So she had to be going downward to do that. She
Right.
couldn't propel herself
but like
forward
even then,
faster.
Even then, like what should have happened is she should have just started going into a steep dive rather than shooting off in the
Or
direction.
maybe she
was
can go
going.
into a dive to get up a little speed and then go flat and ride the wind.
But that's not what she did.
I know. She
Like-
just.
She just
Well, we already had a discussion about. Well, we already talked about a little bit about how they did some fake stuff. Well, anyway, that
It's
whole
just-
scene,
it's just
it's
like,
style over substance.
It looks really good.
It looks good.
but there's no reason for.
That's
any
what I'm
of it.
trying to get at.
Either she can fly, which means she doesn't need to keep lassoing stuff.
That's what I get it. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Or
It looks really good, but it don't make sense.
like, are
If
they
she
trying
can't
to
have,
say-
she can't fly herself. If she can't have any kind of propulsion herself, there's no way that scene would make sense.
Because, like, even if you give her the benefit of the doubt, say she can fly but not very fast, so she's lassoing clouds and lightning to, like, give
Get
herself
this right, which
up
they
to speed.
did, but then at
But
some point
then-
they abandoned that and just had her fly.
Like, at one point, she just suddenly goes into the Superman pose and just.
Yeah, like how you doing that? But the special effect looks good on that. Looks better than the running. I know that.
It looks great. It's just.
All right, so so we got to have our boss fight where she get to Cheetah,
Yeah.
and then she gonna go ahead and take her. She got to defeat Maxwell Lord, and Cheetah is basically at this point Barbara saying, "Look, I don't want to lose these powers, so you kiss my ass." And I've seen people in the same way. It's like, hey, look, I ain't gonna give up my powers. I don't care.
Right.
It might be the end of the world. I'm cool. And that's kind of like what she gave up, right? She gave her humanity,
Yeah.
so she don't care about nobody else right now.
Right.
But
All she
herself.
cares about is being powerful.
Right. But I was like, that's a small price to pay for a villain because a lot of people already like that. And she was already a nice person or whatever, so she gave up her
Well, like,
humanity.
Because it does help that, like, her character had enough stuff repressed that once all the nice stuff was gone,
Yeah.
it elevated all of that.
So, okay, we're going to have this final little fight, which we seen when she was fighting her in the gold armor. And we saw this, and we was like, why can't we see anything?
Yeah.
Well, it's so dark. The scene is so dark, you can't even make out Cheetah. Now, that had to be to hide how bad it looked.
Like, there's no other reason.
Because I'm thinking originally when I saw this scene, it wasn't even this dark.
It wasn't, no.
They made it darker after the movie came out
Yeah.
because they probably looked at it like, damn, this look bad. I give you a little bit of it. And even I can show you when she first popped up. I can't even make her out.
Like, it's hella dark. Like, they could have, and I'm going to tell you this straight off. Like, I can tell by the way she's moving, the CG is bad.
Yeah.
Because
And
that's a CG model. That's not her with some CG over
and
her.
the close up is just look like some makeup.
Yeah.
They might have did a little bit with her nose, but the rest of that you could do that on cosplay. You could do that
Yeah.
on Halloween.
Yeah.
She got some black circles around the eyes and a little makeup there. She don't look that different,
No.
I don't know, man. Yeah, dude. This is kind of like complete.
And that's the best lit shot of that sequence.
Right, those are string close-ups.
Yeah.
The rest of it is just this fake CG.
Like, there might as well not be. This fight might as well not be in the movie.
Right. Couldn't they even have somebody in a suit do some of these parts?
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking, like, you don't need a CG cat
Well, like
to do that.
I also think they would have been better served in this movie not taking Cheetah to that point.
What, making her cheater?
Like making her like full on Cheetah. Like
Yeah.
if we treat this as like a villainous origin story, but she's not the point of the movie, so we don't need her to be fully formed.
But the thing,
We just need her to be powerful. Like, give her some
Right.
sharp teeth, give her some cat eyes,
Yeah.
give her some claws.
that would have been a cop out though. I think they needed to go all the way, but
they
they
weren't
took
able.
too long to do that. You know what I'm saying? By the time they did that, they had already established her as a viable threat as Barbara Minerva
Yeah.
without being Cheetah. Turn her to Cheetah was just to say, hey, look, we got Cheetah, and she looked like the comic book Cheetah because you established her strong, a good fighter, and a foe to Wonder Woman as how she was.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then at the end, the last
It feels
15
unnecessary.
minutes,
It feels unnecessary.
it very unnecessary. The last 15 minutes, out of nowhere, she's Cheetah. What for? And then did she even get stronger and faster?
Maybe. We can't tell.
Yeah, but it was, you know what I'm saying? But it was like maybe she needed that extra boost to fight Wonder Woman with her full powers, maybe.
Okay.
And we giving it more sense. We making
Yeah.
it make sense more than the movie did.
Like, they did it because it was a thing to be done. They didn't do it because the movie called for it. They didn't do it because they had it down. And that's the worst thing about it is it doesn't work. Someone signed off on that. They could have taken that stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, see, they had to go ahead. They don't give us Cheetah, but the thing is, if you was going to make her Cheetah, you should have made her Cheetah early on,
They should have done it early on, and they should have done a much better job on the CG.
because at that point where she was Barbara, she was already a viable threat.
Yeah.
You know, where she wasn't going to be good as Wonder Woman once she had her little powers, but I felt the threat there. She could fight her, you know, and it was just the point of now the last 10 minutes, well, we're going to give you something that you probably wanted as a fan. And let me see if I can get a closer look at the CG.
Like, was that even a face replacement?
I don't know. But so we already knew how that fight was going to end.
It was pretty shocking.
Hey, we already knew how that fight was going to end. She's going to beat her. And hold on, this is kind of close up. And I'll just turn off how her, like we said,
That's-
like I said,
Like, that's one of the only scenes where those two are both actually in the
in the
shot.
same shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, yeah, it still might not be in the same shot because it was all close-ups.
Yeah.
Close up on her, close up on Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
They never put them as a cheetah suit. That was all CGI.
Yeah.
No, like Chris Rigg didn't have to do no mocap, no cheetah suit.
No.
They just put it in the water and say never. That's about
Like,
it.
the most she probably did was they put her in a face tracking rig, and they just put her facial features onto a CG model.
Okay, so let's move to the end, man. Maxwell Lord used the Star Wars technology, which is a satellite technology thing in the 80s that Ronald Reagan thought was going to change the future, never panned out.
Right.
And it's a way to touch everyone because the particles are supposed to be able to touch everybody. He's like, oh, I can touch everybody. So it was a way that he can.
I love the way I do love the way they structured that scene. It's BS, clearly.
Yeah.
Like, and scientifically, it's not even entirely BS, but
Yeah.
it's just like you said touch.
touch. It was funny how he just came across it. What's this?
Like, he was like walking out the room, like,
He said, "Oh, it's a
What's
project that I got. I could touch everybody. Touch everybody." You say,
did you like? It was like that scene, that diner scene from Black Dynamite. What did you say? You said melts in your mouth. Like, it was just like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
Why?
So now the end actually is when Maxwell Lord has got this satellite that's going to everybody. Now he can make everybody could just make a wish
yeah.
just by asking, and then somehow he can hear them. I guess he can hear
Like, I guess since the power of the wishing
Yeah.
stone is what he's
granted. People, I wish he dropped dead. Granted. I wish you could run over by a train. Granted. You can have it all. He was hamming it up.
you just have to want.
I like Pedro Pascal performance
Like,
though.
I love him as Maxwell
Really
Lord.
just over the
it's just
top.
this movie does not deserve him.
Yeah. So finishing this up, she couldn't get close to him because I guess the wishing stone had so much
Because reasons.
power that she couldn't even get close to him.
Because reasons.
And she got him to
Like apparently, her getting slightly gusted back by his power did way more damage than the whole cheetah fight.
Well,
Like,
let's just say
she's just
was,
lying on the ground. Like,
well, let's just say she was damaged from the cheetah fight.
sure.
Why she couldn't get close to him
All right.
and physically stop him, and
Why
she
not?
talked him into renouncing his wish because he lost the thing when he made his wish. He lost the thing he loved the most, his son.
How anticlimactic was that? It's like, I renounced my wish. He just ran off.
Gotta go, bye. Like really, y'all. And she gives some speech about the world is great the way it's already great the way
Like
it is.
They gave a again ham-fisted like callback to the speech her aunt gives her when she was younger when she cheated in the race
right.
or whatever.
Basically, tell you can't cheat at life.
Yeah.
You gotta
You just have to face the truth, whatever
face
the
the
truth
truth.
is.
Yeah. And which
Yeah.
I mean, I like the message.
But the delivery.
Yeah, but then and then he said, "You got to renounce your wish." Why would I do that?
I finally have everything. Like he was such like I wish I could have him play like I want him to be like a Bond level villain, like just all the camp, overblown as he wants to be, just
Yeah, that'd
ham
actually be
it the hell
good.
up. Like he doesn't have to act like a real person, you know.
Yeah.
Granted.
So that's why it was so anticlimactic because at the end he just like, "Oh wait, my son is in danger. I renounce my wish." Bye.
Yeah. My
So
son. Okay, gotta go. Bye.
Yeah, which I'm like, okay, he realized he loved his son. I guess. I don't know.
Does
Where
he
was
have
his
any
son even at?
consequences in this movie?
His son. He lost his son.
Yeah, but
That was his.
no, but I mean, like after renouncing all the wishes, does he suffer any consequences?
Oh, far as legally.
Yeah,
They never said.
Like,
and I was like, does he just
he-
get off
he-
scot free? They
he
never
hu-
say.
Like
They
he
never.
hugs his son, and that's it.
Right. They never went there. Like, what happened to Maxwell
Like,
Lord?
this
after that?
man strolled into the White House, stole us, like destabilized a
Yeah.
major Arab nation, hijacked
But you know what?
the
Don't
Star
he
Wars
still have
program.
everything that he took because he legally
No,
got
'cause-
it. Nobody never. He never forced
Like-
him. It was all legal.
Well, like there was some legal like stuff on jurisdiction for the security team, but
But what did he? But no. But what did he say about
like I think
when he told the president they granted him like he was a foreign nation?
yeah.
Like he got
Like-
immunity from the president.
Well, like
You
so
know
what
what
I
I'm
think
saying?
is,
He might have got away
so,
with
like-
all this.
like I think he did.
Legally,
Like,
he got away with it
he
because
wins. Maxwell Lord wins
because at this time ain't no supervillain prison, so
Right.
you can't. Wonder Woman can't be like, well, he used a supernatural element and took advantage of everybody. They're not going to believe that.
right.
So
Like,
legally,
he wins.
he's still good,
Maxwell Lord wins,
and he get to keep the money and power that he got because
Like-
he got that. He attained that legally.
you know,
He never stole anything.
like
He made you give it to him.
the bad guy wins. Wait, look. Strictly speaking, everyone wins except for Cheetah.
But no, but she might be able to keep the power because once the wishes went back or whatever. Well, I heard everybody had to renounce their wish.
Yeah.
So some people probably didn't,
Yeah.
and if they didn't, so apparently, well, since he's not dead,
Well, I guess like their wish. still
anybody who
stands.
didn't renounce their wish get to keep their wish.
Yeah. Like they just have to still keep the consequences that go with it.
Yeah.
And she no longer cares about the consequences of her wish, so she probably just kept her powers. Then
Yeah.
she was,
Not
then
to
she
mention
was
she took-
pretty knocked out.
Well, they showed her at the end though, alive and up or whatever.
Oh, okay.
When they had the whole
right,
when they
right,
had
right.
the whole reverse effect where they showed the things exploding in the reverse, I'm like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here? What is this? What do you mean? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
and this is one of the problems I have with that is that like they made
so
it.
it
feel
wasn't
like,
a cleanup. Everything just reversed.
yeah. So like the new nukes
Like
just
it-
stopped existing.
Yeah, like somebody hit the rewind button. No, you can't
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
You got to actually clean up your mess.
Yeah. Like
Anyway.
the world almost exploded into a nuclear holocaust, and then it just poof.
Granted. So anyway, I think she still get to keep her powers because she made her wish on the wishing stone before it was
Yeah.
Maxwell Lord.
Yeah.
But anyway, everybody get to keep their wish who didn't renounce their wish because he's still alive. Only way she can change that is she kill his ass.
Yeah. Like because he gave up the power of the stone, right? By renouncing.
He
his
renounced
wish.
his wish
So
I guess she had to find the stone
yeah,
and destroy it.
like
But
I'm
that was
try-
his wish, but everything he did didn't get
so like
re.
so like. Does everyone have to renounce their wish, or was it just him renouncing
What I was
his
hearing
wish?
from other people saying that everybody had to renounce their wish.
Because like they show people renouncing their wishes, but I'm like,
yeah.
if the,
So it wouldn't even be no
but-
point of them
but-
renouncing their wish if once he renounced this wish, everything you just lose your wish.
right.
So you don't even lose your wish.
So like, was any of it even necessary?
I don't know.
Like, this is the problem with this the way this movie plays consequence is you will never know if anything that happens in this movie means anything.
Granted. Okay. All right, man.
Like I think that line hits for you the same way that you just have to want it hits for me.
You can have everything.
You don't even have to work for it.
Yeah, no, you don't even have to work for
Like,
it.
and like I love like folks call him out for this being a Ponzi scheme. I'm like, of course it's a Ponzi scheme. like
You don't even have to work for it.
like you can be a millionaire. You can travel the world. You don't even have to work hard for it. You just have to want it.
So anyway, that's the whole movie, man. It's
It's a giant pile of pretty nothing.
exactly, and when we say pretty nothing because it looks good. Wonder Woman looks so much. She looks so great posing, but when they actually show her in action, it looks so fake.
Yeah.
That wasn't the case in the first movie,
And I don't know what it is with these movies, but they cannot make a sequel without downgrading someone's outfit.
yeah,
Why, how is that?
I don't know, but I just feel like
Like she looks like she got her Wonder Woman outfit at a costume shop.
yeah, it looks like a person can cosplay that right
Yeah.
now.
Like it doesn't look like armor; it looks like a costume.
Yeah. So, upon second viewing, it didn't get better, but I understand a little more what they was trying to do. But I still those action scenes are so bad that I just can't. I can't mess with it.
Yeah.
It's a good movie for kids though. Girls between 9 and 16 will love this movie.
Yeah.
Even some boys. But the thing is, you market it to people like me, but you make it for girls between 9 and 16.
Yeah.
That's
and,
the problem.
And this is the problem. So this movie was billed from the trailers as an action flick. It's not an action
It's an
flick.
action flick that a grown man, and that's the sad part about it. More grown men are reviewing this than women. I don't see women reviews. I see men reviews. And that's the thing. Comic book era, movie era, is for grown men 30 and up.
Yeah. Like, and that's the problem, right? So like
I mean, it's sad, but I mean, they
I don't want people to confuse this with like, us trying to say comic books are for boys, not for girls. We're not saying that. What I will say is comic books have just as many, if not more, female fans than male at this point.
Yeah, a lot.
But the comic book movies, though, are at least have enough mass appeal that they have no demographic, or they're aimed at
Well, that's
men
true.
between the ages of 15 and 35.
but see that demographic is invested.
Yeah.
Everybody else are just fans. Oh, it's a nice movie. They out.
Like, we're talking about the folks that will go watch any comic book movie.
They
just 'cause
watch
it's
it.
a
They
comic book
invested,
movie.
and they looking for it to be good because they really love the source material and all
Yes.
that. But it's also fans that don't care about source material, just want to see a good
They just
movie
wanna
and
see a
want to
good
be
movie.
entertained.
Like we said on on our reaction video that this is a popcorn movie, and basically what that is this movie calls for no investment from the viewer.
It is designed for kids.
Yeah.
It's very easy to follow.
There's
and
no
it's
high
very
concepts.
stylistic and it's very showy.
What you see is exactly what you get.
Yeah, it's designed for kids. Kids can follow this. Like you can watch this with your kids on Christmas, and they won't have no parts where they so bored that like I don't
They're
get
not
it.
gonna ask you any questions.
Yeah, they can just sit down and watch it with
Yeah.
you, which is good.
Like-
but it's not good for
like all
if you're
these
looking
times,
for a competent,
right.
mature movie.
Like every single instance where you see us asking, why did this person do that? How is so and so doing that? The movie's answer to all those questions is don't think about it.
Yeah. So, all right, that is our spoiler discussion for Wonder Woman 84. It happened. And you know what I just want to say? I believe this was the direction Jeff Johns wanted to take the DC universe, starting with Shazam. That was going to be the new direction, the kid
'Cause,
friendly.
like, this feels like it's in the same vein as Shazam.
And I really hope that the Snyder
I'm not
Cut
with
come
that.
in and just punt this crap
Oh,
out of
yeah.
there,
Like the
right
first,
back into where I want.
like the
you
first
know,
conversation
mature
I
adult
had
take.
about this movie after we wrapped our reaction video was like I told a friend of mine, I'm like, yeah, my professional opinion of Wonder Woman 1984 is that it is a movie. That's my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
if I had to give this a rating, I don't think I can give it more than an all right.
Yeah, no way. I don't know if we
I
gave it
can't-
a rating, but I mean it's better than the whack because it was like fun. But yeah, it was all right, and it's low, all right, because it's borderline. It's hanging on. It's
Yeah.
like
And it's a shame to have to follow that first Wonder Woman with this.
yeah, because that first one was epic for me.
Yeah, that was like I'm pretty sure I gave it a dope. Like
Either a high dope, but
high
I
dope,
know it was
like,
real close to
it was real close
because
real
it was a badass movie. So anyway, that is our review, a spoiler discussion for Wonder Woman 84. It's on HBO Max. Check it out.
If you got it like that, go ahead and check it out in theaters. But stay safe while
Yeah.
you do. You know. However
Yeah,
you
and
feel
then
like
after you watch it, watch our spoiler discussion.
Exactly.
All right, we out of here. Thanks for checking out the video. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the alert icon so you can get alerts every time we post new videos or stream.
And of course, don't forget to like the video if you like what you saw here today, or if you just want to support, a couple of starving artists.
Yes.
And feel free to comment down below. What did you think about the movie? Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Let us know. Let's start a discussion.
All right. Yes, we are out of here. Peace.
Peace.